Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. The day is finally here. This is going to be the newest travel trailer in the Brinkley lineup. Today, I'm going to take you on a tour of prototype number 1 of the 2024 Brinkley Model Z Air 285. This is going to be a perfect travel trailer for a couple that still wants to bring around the grandkids. Absolutely fantastic. I think you guys are going to love it. Drop a comment, let me know what you think, and give me your feedback, because if you are fans of Brinkley, you know that they pay attention. All the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, will be down in the description of this video, along with a link for the pre-sale. These should go into full production sometime around summer, somewhere around there. So it'd be a good opportunity to kind of get in on the ground floor of that. But let's go ahead and start on the inside, then work our way around the outsides. Probably spend about 15 to 20 minutes or so on this video. But man, this is an exciting travel trailer to get into. Every time you see a Brinkley, as far as somebody that makes videos, for a living, it is just super, super exciting. They're well built, they look beautiful, and they've got a really good base of customers and people that pay attention to them. And this one is an absolute home run. You're going to see you get 2 super slides, or what I consider a super slide for a travel trailer. This one's going to have your seating. You notice you got plenty of walk around room with a really nice size island. It's also got a steel base, by the way, so that's a little bit abnormal in the RV industry. That's going to tie down into the frame. Pretty darn snazzy. And then you got your other slide over here, which is going to feature your entertainment and your cooking. You also notice you get a fireplace that puts out 5,000 BTUs of heat. So most of them are about 4,700, but that's actually going to be one of 2 fireplaces. And I don't think I've seen that in a travel trailer before. So in terms of saving money down at the campground on propane, or just getting this thing really nice and roasty and toasty if you're camping really late into the season, this is going to be perfect for someone who wants to do that. TV that's going to be on a televator. The control for the televator is going to be right here. So, with a little click of a button and you hold it, that'll zip down, add it to even more countertop space. I also really like the fit and finish on the Brinkley being, definitely above the norm. It's a little bit more of an expensive way to do it, but man, does it pay off. You're going to notice that there are going to be no staple holes, because they definitely do it right. They go ahead and they mount it from the back, and what it gives you in turn is a really nice, strong fit and finish, and a really sleek, kind of appearance to it. And that's part of that allure, of the Brinkley. You can trust the product, you can trust the people that are backing it, because look at their Brinkley, group. If something goes wrong, they take it, they fix it, they move on. So they know they're not perfect, and they kind of, balance that off. That's why I always ask for, on these videos, ask for your feedback, because man, do they listen. Soft close over here on top, which is nice. Nice little kind of creature comfort there. You don't have to worry about clanging and banging if the grandkids are snagging some snacks. So right there, you got a little area. This is going to be one of your 2 Bluetooth connections for the speakers. So there's going to be a zone here, and then one in the front pass-through storage, which I'll show you here in a little bit. That island, having that steel base tied into the frame, what you're going to get from that is just extremely sturdy. I am pushing on this thing, and it is not going anywhere. Some of the other ones you can kind of shake, about an inch or so. Solid surface countertops. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. You also have accent lighting that you can toggle, on and off. So I imagine shutting down the lights, keeping the accent on, curling up, laying down with the old honey buns right there on your theater seating with a charger, heat, massage. You got the works. But man, just imagine sitting down right here, and bada bing, bada boom, your perfect view of the TV. Now, the other Brinkley model, the bunk model, that's where people's main complaint was where the TV location. So that really fixes, that. There's really nothing you can really say negatively about that. Well, maybe some people can, but, we'll see. So right here, you got your table, and what's nice about this table is not only can you sit down, have some breakfast, play some cards, get a good view because of all these nice kind of square style windows, but you can also actually drop this down for some additional sleeping. So you take this, you flip it, and then you drop it down, which I'm going to go ahead and pull it back up. But these 2 chairs can actually move over underneath the desk, and this ottoman comes out, plops underneath, and then you got the cushions for the top. So it's very cool that they have an untraditional table, but they keep the traditional sleeping space, kind of alive. So you can still bring those grandkids. Now, while we're talking about the windows, before I head away from that, Brinkley builds them all into the frame of the window itself. So right here, you can pull that down. You don't have to worry about it coming in and out or making that noise, when the stabilizing jacks aren't down, kind of that clicking off the window that sometimes you hear, in my videos. But you also got, day shade right here, night shade going there. So kind of half Dracula, full Dracula mode, just really sharp. And I think on the outside, if I'm not mistaken, I'll have to check. Maybe you can see right there. I believe they're using the thermofoil there on the exterior. And I'll tell you, this fireplace, I'm going to turn this off for a second. It's getting absolutely smoking hot in here. I'm wearing my jacket. It's 30 degrees outside, and then I come in here in this thing, and yeah, it's getting real hot. So the island, fairly wide. It's also got plenty of space on both sides of the sink, so I'm a big-time fan of that. I'm someone that likes to cook. I like to entertain. If I'm down at the campground, I'm probably playing, some apple juice pong, having a really good time there. You got the space to do it, so a little bit more conducive of kind of more the the person that likes to prep, but also the person that maybe likes to have a couple drinks down there. You got the charcoal finish for the stainless steel undermounted bowl, and you're also going to get the high-rise faucet hitting those dishes from all angles. You're also going to see that you get a ton of storage, and this side of it is pretty darn interesting. You don't see that too much outside of the Brinkley lineup in general. You have a garbage can, and then you have a place for garbage bags, but you also have another little cubby and a place right here for your paper towels. And this is, obviously removable, but just really cool, thoughtful storage. That's kind of where they do well is, they actually take these campers out, they test them, they camp in them, say, what do I need? And they move on. 3 pull-out drawers over here, incredible depth. One thing I forgot to mention too, there is a pull-out drawer right there on that seat, and that's going to go the full width of the chair, so really great undermounted storage. And also that accent lighting, you can toggle that off with that switch right here. Little glass finish. Bada bing, bada boom. And then boom, right behind your sink. Now you're sitting there, a lot more cabinetry, a lot more drawers. You also get the 3 stovetop burner to whip up all the fixings if you're cooking down at the campground. And then you also get, just enough space to maybe cook up, a couple chickens, certainly some pizzas, things like that. But you get a good viewing window here, and then one also behind that televator. More storage for more belongings. Residential sized microwave. So I love seeing that they didn't skimp out on the microwave and go a little smaller. But I just love all the countertop space. I mean, imagine all the stuff that you could do with that. Huge drawers. So one right here, one right there. On this side, you're going to have pretty clean cut but open storage. And then on the other side, you can see that you're just going to get kind of the 2 pull-out drawers. The bottom one is going to be about twice the depth. They're also going to be, it's going to be hard to show on that side, but the dovetail construction as well. So really sturdy. I'm pushing down on it. Really nice to have that. Now you're going to get 2 pantries here in this model. So you got a smaller one over here for some kind of quick, easy access grab right off the refrigerator. And another one that's going to be much larger right over here, kind of in that little, coffee nook, or if it's my family, both of those are getting dedicated drunk drawers. I mean, check that out. And it goes pretty darn deep. I mean, I'm 6 feet tall, with really nice bowling arms, and all the way from the tips to about mid-bowler bicep. It's kind of what you're looking like in terms of depth. You also got another pull-out drawer down below, and then a little bit more storage here up above. 370 watts of solar on top of this to pair up with, a feature like this, your 12-volt refrigerator. So they went a little bit larger on the refrigerator because they can. So even though it's not a residential style refrigerator, it's close to a residential style in terms of size. Refrigerator on your right, freezer on your left. Now, when you're not using the ottoman, you kind of tuck it away. When you need to use it for a bed, you put it over here. But both of those chairs will actually come and fit underneath here if you need to. And this is going to be your desk setup. You see that they went ahead and put on, the laptop. I imagine myself sitting down, editing some videos, kind of doing my thing, clickety-clacking, sending some emails, all while having a good view that doubles up as an emergency exit, if you do need one in a pinch. So that's a pretty cool little workstation. I know a lot of people are, working on the road these days, and that's a great little feature, to have. But if you guys have made it this far, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Certainly hit that like and subscribe button if you guys like my style. And if you don't, leave some feedback and let me know why too. Much like Brinkley, I'm trying to get better myself. 7 feet height here in the interior, which is nice. You got to see that radius, kind of roofing, how it slopes down. So it really opens it up. You got the max air fan here, and then you have the, I forget what they call it, the 18K chill cube, I believe is what it is. But basically, it's an 18,000 AC. So what that's going to be meaning is when it is extremely hot, if you're camping down in Texas or Florida, or wherever, you have the ability to cool this thing down in an absolute hurry. So 18K here, 13.5 back in the bedroom, just going to really help out, keep the longevity going. Keep the camping trip alive. So another little coffee area. Already kind of said that. You also got a little place for some knickknacks and some patty wax. Bada bing, bada boom. You got one of your speakers, right here, and this thing gets absolutely bumping. I do like the sound system, on the Brinkleys, which is nice. But look at this. Love seeing that. You got a really nice pantry in here. All the shelving is going to be adjustable. You notice that there is going to be outlets so you can functionally use it, as maybe that bourbon bar, or like they have the Keurig set up. Just a really cool little place, to get rocking. Let's see here. So right there is going to be your fuse box. So if for some reason something isn't working, make sure you check your fuse. It'll glow up for you, let you know what's going on. Forgot to mention that. So check this out. So if you're sitting down, snuggling up with honey buns over there on the couch, and you want to, kick the dimmer on for a little romantic feel, I mean, look at that. Pretty darn snazzy there. Max air fan control, and this is going to be the control for your awnings, your different lighting systems, and then, of course, your slides. 2 different awnings. One's going to be 10 foot, and one's going to be 12 foot. I'll show you those there toward the exterior. But, yeah, your control panel. You also got a couple J-hooks so you can hang up, a coat, maybe the dog leash, whatever you want to do. It's also going to be prepped for the 5G gateway. So if you are doing home on the road, you have the ability to do that right there with the preps. You can get some Wi-Fi. Now, this is going to be, like the Model Z 5th wheel just crammed into a travel trailer. So you get the 50 amp. But the thing that I like most is this bathroom. I am a bigger guy, 6 foot, 300 pounds. And travel trailers never quite hit right because of the bathroom setup. But as you can see, not only do you have room to hang up your towels, put a couple extra TP, up top, but you also get the porcelain throne with enough room to sit. And then the shower is going to be a one-piece fiberglass shower with the Tri-Glide glass series. One of the fancier, shower heads that you'll see in the game. I love that those are getting popular. You also get the LED bar. But let me show you what this is looking like, with me. Again, 6 foot, 300 pounds. So not a small guy. And you've got enough room in here for 2. If you want to get funky down at the campground, no problem. You also probably have about 6'5", 6'6" in terms of clearance. So, while I am not, having a dance party in the shower, in terms of a travel trailer, I'm having a normal shower, which is normally not normal. So right here, you got the solid surface countertops even here into the bathroom, so it's not neglected, like it often does get. You also got the lighting going behind this mirror, which is pretty darn cool. There's the old bowling gun, baby. You're also going to notice no trim up in the top. That's because it is a true fit and finish. They're not hiding anything or, cutting anything poorly, all that good stuff. But look at that. Access from the bedroom into here, so you got a really nice area, for storage for all your stuff. Bada bing, bada boom. You're also going to have plenty of outlets, 3 more pull-out drawers. Who doesn't want that? And you're ready to go into this bedroom. Now, I really am a big fan of the bedroom one. You got the dimmers even in here, so perfect. Again, if you want a movie or if you just want to kind of read a book and just get a little extra light. But you have the north to south queen bed. Now, I know a lot of people are commenting wanting a king bed. I hear rumors that's coming in the future for maybe a different model. But look at this. You don't really need a slide. Now, aside from the fact that this is up on the strut system, completely hands-free, it also opens up the room. So you don't need to have more. I mean, you could get dressed in this absolutely no problem. You have a second fireplace. Again, just keeping you really nice and roasty and toasty. I had to turn the other one off because I was already, roasting myself out of this. And it is a chilly, cool day. Place where you can do a little hanging. Got the Insignia TV, your 13.5 AC. But I love this bed setup. So you go ahead and lift it up. You're on that heavy strut. You got a little bit of room to, you got some dresser drawers right there. But then also, I think the thing that shocked me the most, you got a little key there. Look at that. You got a safe. So maybe you can put, maybe some shoes or some storage boxes, and you got a safe where you can put in, maybe like a gun, some cash, whatever you might do. You also have LED lights, but then also bada bing, bada boom, outlets on both sides. And now you're back up into normal bed mode where you got a little place for some decor, up top. But you notice you got two cubbies. It's because you have 110 outlets on both sides. So that way you can use, the CPAP. They actually put a CPAP, right there. You got hanging room right here. It's going to be identical there on both sides. And let me see if I can move the camera. That's what that is looking like. And again, it's got an outlet there. But pretty darn nice. That is for sure. And then you flip it around, and you wouldn't know by judging by its appearance, this is actually washer and dryer prepped. So most people probably aren't getting the washer and dryer in a travel trailer. But if you want it, you can actually remove the shelving and remove this front fascia. And then all these drawers, and then you can get a fully stackable washer and dryer. So pretty darn snazzy. So you're going to get, how many was that? 4 of these pullouts going all the way there. But man, pretty darn nice. But all right, guys, I think that about wraps it up here for the inside portion of the store. Again, this is the 2024 Brinkley Model Z Air 285. What do you guys think? Now we're going to head around the outside. Probably just spend about 2-3 minutes or so just kind of running through, that. Not spend too much time there, but pretty darn cool. Let me give you one more little look here. Oh, let me close that before the wife gets on me. So I made a video a long time ago. Maybe I should share it again, but I opened up all the cabinets in my kitchen. She came in screaming about poltergeist. But man, how nice is that? All right, so again, just in case you missed it the first time around, all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes will be down in the description. But you're going to have your frameless windows. They open up 6 inches. Dual awnings out here with the LED lights underneath. You're going to have 12 in the front, 10 in the back. You're also going to get 3 gray tanks in this. So 2 40s in the front, a 30 in the back. You're also going to get, I think it was 40 for the black tank and then 62 for the fresh. So there is a ton of space, water capabilities and all of that. You got a drop frame right here, which is going to open this up to absolutely massive pass-through storage. This is a fifth wheel style pass-through storage in a travel trailer, which is pretty darn nice. You're also going to get water access on both sides too. So right here, hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower. This is your secondary Bluetooth hookup. And by the way, the speakers on the Brinkley are going to be located here, tucked away underneath. Not sure if you can see it, but heated and enclosed underbelly, of course. You have the screenshot. So you open that up, and then it closes there on its own. You also have a magnetic latch to help hold this door right there. These steps flip up into the doorway. You also got the safe T-rail, which is going to be that extended, kind of helps guide you into the camper if you need a little, extra help coming on in. Again, 370 amps or 370 watts of solar up on top. You got the 3M graphics on here, so those aren't going anywhere. It's more of like an automotive, style finish. Fully painted front cap as well too, which I'll show you that here in a second. You have a beefed up ladder, so increased capabilities for the ladder. I think the weight rating is around 350, 300, somewhere around there. But, as that information kind of comes out, that'll be, something that'll be information for another day. Furrion 60K on-demand hot water heater. So that's going to be really nice. As long as you have propane, you have heat for the shower. So if you are someone like myself, who has a 16-year-old that loves to just take like 40-minute showers, you got the ability to do that as long as you have the propane. So there's where I was talking about a good example of those windows, how you have the thermofoil on the outside. It's something, again, it's a lot of kind of minor things that add up into some really big things. So what that's going to be is like, back you go into like a Walmart, you see somebody with that screen protector on the windshield. That is exactly what that is. It just helps block out some of the sun, refract some of that heat away from the camper, and it just gives you an overall more enjoyable experience, just for that. So again, something small, that adds up. It's going to be one of your dumps right there. You're also going to notice there's going to be no screws onto the slides, which is really nice here on the skirting. So they're all going to be those rivets right there, which, if you guys are familiar with camping, or maybe this is your first time, I don't know. If you go down there, you'll notice missing screws on pretty much every camper that you see, and that really eliminates that issue. 16-inch Goodyear H-rated tires. Plus, I like the fact they got the old Brinkley rims. I think that's just pretty slick. Another little add-in right there. You got a little container for the old Stinky Slinky. And then your 50-amp plug-in. This is going to be your docking station. So again, this is going to be your second outside shower. So I think that is pretty cool. And you also have the electric valves right there. So that opens up, just making life a little bit easy, keeps things a little bit cleaner. And it looks like you got the brass finish for the city water connection. And then you have a black tank flush, which is basically going to be a sprinkler system there for your poop tank. Heading up the front, you got a pretty cool little container right here that you may or may not have seen before. But it's really nice because it houses both of your propane tanks. But you also got a little place where you can stack away maybe like some tools or something of that nature. And you also have a battery pack where you can put 2 batteries in as well. Here's going to be that front cap that I was telling you about with that painted front cap. The Brinkley decals looking super sharp. But one of my favorite things about the Brinkley is those lights. I mean, all across the board, I think that's why they look so slick, especially on a night shot. I mean, it is just very, very cool. Again, kind of an automotive inspired finish there. You also have the easy coupler right there. Can't remember what he said for the name on it. Demco Easy Latch. And then you have the BAL auto leveling. So what this is basically one-touch auto leveling, which I know you're probably not familiar with on a travel trailer. But essentially, you click the button, it'll drop down the tongue in the rear, and then the front will drop down as well. But all right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Again, this is the 2024 Brinkley Model Z Air 285. My name is Hunter. Have a great day. See you.